All right, good Sunday evening to you folks out there. Welcome to the second cast of McTaggart Paranormal Investigations live Facebook feed on Sunday, November 4th. We're going to do things a little bit differently this time. Josh, how are you, buddy? Thanks for coming on. We got 4 people coming on tonight, so we got 4 people watching. For this, here's what I'm going to do. Let me get, let me see here. I have a list of things that I want to tell you folks. And I can't find the damn thing out. I had it written down somewhere. If you guys want to ask questions while I'm doing this cast, please do so. I can't find the. Okay, yeah. As I do my talking, and you guys are watching, if you come up with any questions, please feel free to. I forgot what time it was. Holy crap. Let me see what time it is. Alright, 7:30. So, we'll do the first half at 7:30 right now. Jason, I see you waving. Jason Riggs of Riggs Automotive there in Morrill, Kansas. Jason, how are you, buddy? Alright, I'm going to, if you guys have any questions for me or any suggestions of things to do on here, I'd be glad to take them. Josh, I do know. I'm trying to think if I do or not. No, I do not have any good pictures of ghosts. I do not have any. I wouldn't be able to post them up on here anyway. But we're going to do this until 8 o'clock, and the second part of this is going to continue on at 9. We're going to take a break and continue on at 9. But here goes. I'm going to talk about some places that I've been to, and I've done, and the experiences. I'm going to tell you about the places and the cities and the locations. And then the locations, I'm going to talk about what happened at the 9 o'clock cast. So, here goes. Here goes. We did the Hotel Josephine in Holton, Kansas, the Sally House in Jackson Park in Atchison, Kansas, the Eldridge Hotel in Lawrence, Kansas, the Glore Museum in St. Joe, Missouri, the St. George Hotel and Main Street Galleria in Weston, Missouri, the Elms Resort and Spa in Excelsior Springs, Missouri, the Eldridge Hotel and the Elms Resort and Spa, I'll talk about those two later. The One-Room School and Cemetery in Fortescue, Missouri, which was a lead by a friend of ours. The Villisca Axe Murder House in Villisca, Iowa. We'll talk about that one later. Hazel Green Cemetery in Ackley, Iowa. The Burlington County Prison in Mount Holly, New Jersey. The Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Old Falls City Hall and Pritchard Auditorium and several houses in Falls City, Nebraska. The Squirrel Cage Jail Private Residence in Hummel Park in Omaha, Nebraska. Private residence in Auburn. We did some things in Lincoln. We're just not sure what. We can't remember right at the moment. Indian Cave State Park in Schubert. The Meriwether Lewis Dredge Boat and Captain Bailey House Museum in Brownville, Nebraska. There are places I'd like to go, and I'll explain them. I'll tell you about them and then I'll explain it later. Deadwood, South Dakota, Estes Park, Colorado, Sac Center, Minnesota, Gettysburg, Philadelphia, Yorktown, Virginia, Tidewater, Virginia area, Branson, Missouri, and there are 3 areas in Arkansas that I would like to visit. You guys all know, I'm sure. If you don't, please ask me. You guys know about all the certain groups out there, like group with just men, group with just women, and then your unisex groups. There are groups out there that just go out, do an investigation, and then they'll clear the site of any activity, of any entities or activity or whatnot. And then you've got my group that'll research, go talk to people, go investigate, go do, and we'll keep going back and back and back and back, and so on and so forth. When you're out traveling and you're driving, there are no rules as to how much you can or can't drive. Stop and see sights. Use the restrooms. Once you get to the city of the location, talk with the locals. Visit shops or stores. If you're going on a trip for a hunt that's at least a few days' drive, stop and eat food. Stop and eat. Fast food is a good option, or eat at local favorites. McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Taco Hell as I call it, are good examples. Just don't eat food that'll give you gas, because that's not a good idea on an investigation there, Now, when you're traveling, I like to travel at least 150 miles every 2 hours, or 100 miles in 2 hours, or whatever you want to call it. But I like to drive 500 miles or more a day. I was going to say something about the unisex group, but yeah. If you've got a unisex group and you're investigating a hotel and they'll allow you to stay there, get a room for the guys, get a room for the women. It's just that simple. Do it. Okay. The folks, us at McTaggart Paranormal want to start doing tours and paranormal trips. I've got places I'd like to take people. I'll have a list and what the cost per person would be next Sunday. I'm not going to do it on the next cast. You could go on a ghost trip and it'd be a vacation for the family. Alright? Some of the locales you can actually investigate if you pay a ghost hunter's rate. Your hotels that are haunted will give you a ghost hunter's rate, and you pay that rate and then you investigate it. Places that you tour do have group rates. My group will have tour rates, but we don't have any places that we don't own a place that you can tour. I want to discuss what people call haters of the paranormal. I've had people come on here and hate the group because of ghosts. I ignore them, of course. You have to, of course. I want to get a group of at least 20 people together and go to the Museum of Shadows in Plattsmouth, Nebraska. And I said 20. Oh yeah, Josh, Texas. I would love to go to Texas. Yes, I would. Texas is great. Texas is awesome. I need a number of people so I'll know the cost. I'm working with the owners to get us a group rate. We are going to have a special half-hour segment sometime where we do a live on-location ghost hunt. Okay. With the Plattsmouth trip, there would be fuel and the cost to do things on the trip. Food would be your own. I'm driving my own vehicle due to the fact that I'll have equipment and miscellaneous things. I'll have a price figured as soon as I get a number of people that want to go. I'd be glad to take suggestions about what to discuss while I'm doing these casts. I do want to talk about weather and the paranormal. That's always an awesome thing to discuss. So anyway, we're going to take about a 20-second break, And the music tonight is Jackson Browne, Somebody's Baby. Here we are. Here we go. Somebody's baby. Thank you, Andy, for giving a heart. I love it, man. I love it. Hey, Blake. I want to thank you, man. I want to thank you. All right, Blake. Thank you, man. I've been wondering about how you're getting along. I've missed you on these posts and things. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad to see you're on here. Andy Armbruster, I'm glad to see that you're on here. Sean Thompson, man. Hey, Sean. Good to see you, Sean. Steve Darvo, good to see you, buddy. Yes, Josh. And Josh, that's great. That's right. Another great song. That's not the rest of it either, by the way. But yes, Josh, something has followed me home. Yes. Not sure from where, but I've had things follow me. When there are storms, like thunderstorms, you'll get a lot of paranormal activity. It depends on what or how much energy the storm has. Water is a great conductor for paranormal stuff. We all know that, I'm sure. That's why thunderstorms have so much energy in them. Here's something I'd like to ask you guys about, and that is who out there, if you're watching this live, I want to know right now, who would be interested in me doing a live paranormal talk or a live investigation soon? The group needs money, and we got to do something to make it. So, who out there would like us to do a live talk somewhere in the Fall City, Rulo area? Who wants me to do a live paranormal talk or a Q&A on here? I'd be glad to do a Q&A on here. Jake Shuang, thanks for the thumbs up, man. I appreciate that. I think we've got more people viewing it tonight than we did last time. Or live viewing anyway. We got 20 people. I think there were 12 or 15. All right, man. All right, Steve. Yeah, I like it. I like that idea. Yeah, man. Jason, yeah, hell yes, I like it, man. I like it. Christian White, I like it, man. I like it. Aaron, Jace, thank you. Aaron Youngworth, thank you. Travis Keller asked me how much to have you hunt an old shed. Probably $30, Travis. Brian, hello. Brian Bindle, hello. Troy Lovenberg, hello. Dave Christensen, hey man, how you doing, buddy? No, and that reminds me, Brian just popped on here. Brian Bindle just popped on here. If any of you folks live in the Fall City, Nebraska area, Tuesday, November 6th, get out and vote. Get out and vote for Shauna Bendel, Fall City Mayor. Jake, you'd have to be more specific about the Berida area. I would do an investigation out there, but you gotta be more specific. Travis, all right, anytime. We can do that anytime, of course. Vote Travis Keller Rulo Board, okay. Dave, Shauna Bindle, I don't know if I don't know what she is, but she's Fall City Mayor, running for Fall City Mayor. And vote red. Again, I don't really know what that means. Julie Sailors, I would vote Lucas Freschel, but I'm in Ward 1, not Ward 2. But I'm definitely voting. I don't know who I'm going to vote for Tuesday, but I know I'm voting Shauna Bindle for Fall City Mayor, Fall City, Nebraska. Yeah, Dave, that's right. I'm registered Republican, so it just I got to see who's on the ballot and who I like. I don't know. Christian White, we are from Fall City, Nebraska. I guess that's not on my sweatshirt. So, Dave, you're gonna be on here saying something pretty soon. Alrighty then. Before I say anything, before I talk about any of my experiences, I want to I'm answering any questions you guys have. I've done that. Okay. I told you the group needs money, so we're going to do anything we can. You can donate money to the group if you want to. Like I said, we may have a ghost trip coming up to Plattsmouth or Omaha. Next week I'll know more, or it'll be Kansas City. I don't know. Casey has a bunch, but I like Omaha a little more than anything. I've talked about stuff I need for the group money-wise. We are in need of a security system with DVR. We have a ghost hunting van that I'm swapping motors in, and I need money for that. I need money for travel expenses, motels, food, you name it. Okay. I need money for travel. Okay, I already went over that one. I use about $1,500 a month for my expenses for the paranormal stuff, and that's $18,000 a year. If you want to talk to me or have me sign a contract on money, call or text me, and I will get that to you. I need suggestions on where to go, folks. Where to go. So, okay. Go back here to the beginning as usual. Okay. Yeah. Dave. Yeah. If there are any questions that I can't answer, Dave Christensen will be here. Dave Christensen will be here to answer some if I need help. So, any questions about the paranormal field that you guys want to ask, go ahead and ask it, because Dave Christensen is here to help, or here to answer, or whatever you said, Dave. Travis Keller, I'm getting $10 a share for right now, so for 10 shares, you're looking at about $100. And, let me see what time it is here. Alright, oh, Aaron, can we talk about a Bigfoot hunt as well? I do not believe in Bigfoot, so that is out of the question there. Okay. Josh Ruiz, you would like to hear a segment on stories that have happened to you and the group. Haley and Zach Ruiz, Sally House. Is it Haley or Hallie? Haley or Hallie? Okay, that's not the name I remember of being friend. I'm friends with you guys, but I do not remember that name, Haley. Yes, the Sally House. I've been to the Sally House, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Halloween night of 2011, I went to the Sally House, and I got scratched. It wasn't a fun experience. I can tell you that much right now. But Josh will be glad to do a segment on stories that have happened to me and the group. I've got a couple of things to talk about there. The the Eldred Hotel in Lawrence, Kansas. We went in, we investigated, had some wonderful experiences, had some wonderful evidence. The one thing we were able to do, there were about 10 stories about the elevator, about the area of the elevator in the entire building. We were able to debunk all those stories about the elevator. We did catch some very spooky stuff down in the basement of the Eldridge Hotel. The Elms Resort and Spa, it was a good location. We were only able to investigate one night. We were there for 2. We caught several Class A EVPs there. And this one I don't have to go by a script on this one, but boy, this is gonna be tough to talk about. On October 15th, 2011, my group and I went to Villisca, Iowa, the Villisca Axe Murder House. And Haley and Zach, I'll get back to that in a minute. I'll get to that answer in a minute. The Sally House, we just did a short tour. That's what we did that year. We did that quite a bit that season, haunted trolley tour season type of thing. But anyway, the Villisca House, we went up there on October 15th of 2011. Jake, yes, I did the old Fall City Hospital. Had some creepy experiences there. But the Villisca House, I walked in, started doing my introduction, and I started breaking down for no apparent reason. I regained my composure. I walked around the house, went into a little bedroom downstairs, and I walked in, and the air got real heavy. My camera stopped working, and I started bawling like a baby. And that house has bothered me ever since. It's become my nightmare location. As a paranormal investigator, you have nightmare locations come up, and Villisca's my nightmare location. Now, forgot what I was going to say to that one. Villisca, on the night of June 9th into June 12th, no, I was wrong about that, sorry. During the hours of June 9th to June 10th, 1912, a family of 6 and 2 neighborhood girls were bludgeoned to death with an axe. They were found the next morning by the victim's brother. The killer or killers had left, were long gone. The case was never solved. It remains one of Iowa's most heinous crimes ever in the state of Iowa and the U.S. To this day. It happened in 1912, and it's bad. It is bad. So I pretty much believe that the Villisca House needs to burn to the ground, and that's just me, you know. The owner of the house is a bitch, and she's exploiting the deaths of 8 innocent people, 6 being children, and I can't, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm getting a little bit too emotional to discuss that. But I've been to Eastern State Penitentiary. That was awesome. Yeah, James Langan, I did say axe, not ace. Um, Dave, Dave, I'm surprised. Dave, you haven't agreed with that until now. Um, I agree. The house needs to burn to the ground. Um, Dave agrees 100%, and Dave says burn it down. Um, it's too bad somebody on a nightly overnight. It's too bad that somebody on an overnight doesn't burn it down accidentally. Accidentally. Can you say? Shall we say, somebody was smoking a cigarette in the house and they accidentally put some stuff down and lit the cigarette and lit a match and the house burned to the ground? Can we say that? No, that's not cool. Um, uh, Haley and Zach Ruiz. I've been wanting to go to the Velisca house again, yes. Um, the Sally house. Every time I go by the Sally house, I get a real mean feeling like I want to slap her. She's a ghost, but, whatever. I would like to, yes. I get an evil feeling from the Sally house whenever I go by there. But yes, those two houses I would be willing to go back to, yes. James, yeah, you typed ace, I said axe. So, we're good. There's also Malvern Manor in Malvern, Iowa. And then the Museum of Shadows in Plattsmouth, Nebraska. Again, I gotta see what time it is. So, um, um, I, alright. Casey Simmons, James Langan, I know, okay. I'll stay away from the arson talk, but okay. I do need a good attorney, actually. I need to talk to, James, give me Casey Simmons' information. I need to talk to him about something that occurred to me a couple months ago. I might need to talk to a lawyer about that, so give me his information. So, what I'll probably do it on the 9 o'clock cast is do a Q&A session and do a Q&A session. I want to show you folks something real quick. This is where I am doing my live feed from, the upstairs of my home. And my home is, oh, shit. Hey, Jeremy Wagner Jr., thanks for coming on, saying hello. I've been in touch with your grandpa Bert. Thanks for coming on, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Everybody that's come on, let me do this here. Hey, Jamie, thanks for the thumbs up. Like Jeremy Wagner Jr. just did, he came on and said, hi, Ed. I appreciate the people that come on and have said hello or hi to me. I appreciate that. It means something to me. Not many people, too many people talk about me behind my back about certain things I do or talk about me being in the paranormal field. And I appreciate you guys coming on and saying hello or hi or hey or whatever you're doing. And Jamie, I appreciate the thumbs up there, bud, or gal, whatever. Sorry I had to do that. I don't know my words very well. But anyway, I appreciate the Lyle Harmon. Lyle Harmon. Some haunted places in Dawson. I don't know of any in Dawson. I think the school's haunted, but I don't know. Jordan, I really don't know of any favorites. Well, yeah, I do actually. Sorry about that. I've got Taylor Swift songs that I really like. Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande. I like You're a Natural. I can't think of the name of that band, but I like a lot of country music. Jim Langan, or James Langan, I don't know which, is a question from someone who can't be on here right now. Have you ever been to the farmhouse north of Schubert? You know, James, I've heard of it, but I've never been there, no. Never have been there. Dave, you have a town of 250 people that are afraid of you because of what you do. Well, you know, going off of what Dave says, I live in a town of about 4,500 people. Not too many people are scared of me. I mean, they're not scared of me because of what I do. They just aren't used to the paranormal and not other things, but they're not used to the paranormal. I've got a buddy of mine that's a mechanic. He does a lot for me. He doesn't believe in the paranormal. You know, and good, you know, he's a good guy. Don't get me wrong. He's like a father. You know, he's like a father. He's done a lot for me. And that would be Ron Wagner, Burt Wagner. Thanks, Jordan. That is awesome about those songs. Jeremy Wagner Jr., the ghost busting machine still running? No. I am swapping the motor out of it. The motor blew a piston or a rod or something out the engine. So I have to get it worked on. That's why I need the money. So no, it is not running right now, as a matter of fact. James, no, I have not been to the farmhouse in Schubert. I'm repeating your question. No, I have not been there. I have more live views tonight than there was last time. I've got 38 and 39 live views of this going on right now. And I'll tell you what, we need to end this cast for tonight, take a break. We'll be back on at 9 to visit a little bit more about anything about the paranormal or just a Q&A session. So we will be here at 9. And I know Travis. I know you'd rather buy it, but it's not for sale. Cody Guthals, hey man, Jordan wanted me to shout out to you, so there you go. James, you're welcome for the answer, bud. We're going to end the 7:30 cast with about 10 seconds of Jackson Browne, Somebody's Baby. If I can get it to come on. We'll be back on at 9, guys, I promise. All right, James, I'll keep doing that, buddy. I'm going to keep rocking and rolling, buddy. We'll see you guys. Hey, Brad, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for the medal, Brad. We'll see you at 9, guys, all right? Catch you on the flip side.